So the thing about an entrepreneurial mindset is it's more so of the skills and the soft skills to be able to take risks and fail and to learn from that failure and try again and again and again and again, and being able to really self-assess where you are, where you need to go, what skills you're good at, what skills you need to improve. And so that is what has the entrepreneurial mindset, which is helpful whether you're an entrepreneur or whether you're working for a big company, because that's the skill that you need to be successful in business of the future, no matter what you do. They need experiential learning in a safe place to fail. So if in school they can work on a startup, whether it was their own idea or they join a team that's already in existence, that's where they learn those skills. They learn to have difficult conversations about equity, about hiring and firing, about employees not working, about disappointing customers. They learn to have those difficult conversations sooner so they can move on and improve faster. They also need to have the soft skills of resiliency, learning to fail, taking risks, trying new things, and then adjusting and having that learning. Because the key of failure is the learning. And without failure, there's no learning. And you're not doing anything very innovative if you don't take risks. And it's scary to take risks. But having that culture and that skill set to know that failure is just information to improve your learning is what's so key, no matter what you do, whether you're an engineer or a musician and anything in between. So at Northwestern, it's called the garage, because all great companies had a humble beginning in a garage, so we called it the garage. Disney, Amazon, Google, Apple, they all started in a garage. Hewlett-Packard is the big one that everybody knows. And so those companies started in a garage, and we called the Northwestern's hub for student entrepreneurship and innovation the garage. And so having extracurricular, pieces that's where you work on your startup, allows you to have that opportunity for those learnings, because you don't learn to walk by following rules and studying in class. You learn by walking and falling down and getting back up over and over. It's the same idea. You need to go and work on a startup while you're in school to learn those skills, to go talk to your customer, to experience everything, and that's how you build those skills, which makes you a more interesting candidate for if you want a job, even if you don't want to be an entrepreneur in the end. Because in a job interview, they'll ask you, tell me about a time that you failed and what you learned from it. And if you say, I got a B on my first semester at university and I adjusted my study skills, that's not a very interesting, rich conversation. It doesn't show that you've learned anything. It shows you don't take risks and you stay very safe. Whereas if you say, oh, I tried this company and it failed, and then I pivoted and it failed again, but I learned to talk to customers and I learned to pitch and I learned to work on a team and I learned to have difficult conversations, that's a rich candidate that you want in your company to help you succeed and achieve your goals. The Slovenian region, the Slovenian people are a very resilient people. They declared independence from Yugoslavia. I mean, they're a very resilient people. The only minor tweak that they need to make is understanding that failure is not bad. Failure equals information. And you need that information in order to learn. And so that's the minor adjustment to understand, to have that growth mindset instead of the fixed mindset, that failure is not bad. Take the failure, show what you learned from it, and be the example that this is a good thing, not a bad thing. The key thing is to try. If you don't try, you'll never know. And it'll eat you up worse, whether or not it could or couldn't work, than have you tried and failed, and then you can talk about that failure to get the next job, because you'll have something interesting to talk about in the interview.